Alan Rubel again, coming back at you from Ozark Mountain Outdoor Ventures. Continuing with our tabletop review or overview of some of the Glock models that I own. Here before us here we have my EDC Glock 43, my everyday carry, single stack 9mm. Awesome gun. It was actually the first Glock that I owned, and you might think that's a little bit odd as far as making it your everyday carry, but I had a very well trusted friend introduced me to it and recommend me to it, and that is what I went with. It was kind of that or the M&P Shield. I probably would have been happy with either one, but I did not have a Glock at the time. And I'm not a Glock fanboy, but I definitely fell in love with it. And this was the only Glock I had for, you know, since it was, I believe these were released in 2014. You know, so I've had this about, it will be 3 years, I guess, here, coming up this fall. But, you know, it's either this or the M&P Shield. The M&P Shield is a great handgun. I've recommended it to my mother for her conceal and carry gun. It might be a little bit big for her, but definitely going to be able to handle it. Won't be too small for her hands. She's got arthritis pretty bad. So anyway, back to the 43. This one here, like I said, is my everyday carry. I do have the Hogue grip on it. One thing that the 43 does not have is the finger grooves that you'll find in the 26, 19. Basically, you know, Gen 4, I believe the Gen 3 is also. I think the only one that might not have it with the Gen 2. I'm not sure, you can correct me on that. But this firearm did not have the finger grooves, which I come to love. And that's one thing about the Gen 5s. I don't know if I'm running out to sea, but the Hogue grip also extended up into, the 43 has a little bit of a beaver tail right here, and the Hogue grip extended up into the webbing of your hand, and so I cut that flush off there. So anyway, that was kind of the customization I did for that. But as you can see, I do have Trijicon night sights on here, and I'm a little bit torn with the Trijicon night sights. I think that this there's probably a better set of Trijicon. I think that these probably weren't designed to put on the 43. They overhang just a little bit. It's kind of sharp as well. I love the night sight part of it, but it has definitely made this 43 a little bit more uncomfortable to conceal for sure. I've caught myself on my belly. I mean, I got a little bit of an overhang on my belly, and I have caught that a couple times. When I get into public areas, I move this around forward, do a little bit of an ambidextrous on there. So that is one thing about these Trijicon night sights. I'd probably go with the a different set of them to actually fit the 43 a little bit better. But anyway, that you know, it's much better than the UDOT standard Glock sights. But again, I just did not like how it kind of just catches me every once in a while. So let me see. Just do a quick safety check for you here real quickly. Trigger in the rear, in the clear. So anyway, as you know, the Glock comes standard with a six round magazine. Put this in here for you real quick. The flush mag, I mean, I will say that the flush mag feels better in the 43 than it does in my Glock 27. I don't know why, it just does. It feels very nice, and I think I could actually control it a lot better. I mean, granted, 43, I mean the 40 Smith & Wesson versus the 9mm, but still, it just feels better in my hand. But needless to say, those 6-round magazine, who could carry the flush round? I mean, that's just not enough capacity for me. I think it looks fantastic with it. It just, I mean, it's very ergonomic, and It just goes together nicely, but 6 rounds is not enough. So I did go with the Pierce +1. I like the extension, the Pierce extension, better than the factory pinky extension. This is how I carry it on an everyday basis. So it's 7 + 1. 8 is a little bit more comfortable to me. It's still not great, but I mean, you know, I don't want to say you can never get into an incident, but on a regular everyday basis, 8 rounds is going to be able to handle most troubles that you could come along as far as a mugging or something to that effect. I mean, if we're looking at you know, some sort of terrorist attack, even a 15 round, you know, if they've got automatic weapons or whatnot, is not going to be enough. But I have the Hive +2. I really like that quite a bit. I will say that the Hive was not an easy install by no means, but once you got it on there, it definitely extends the grip. I mean, it makes it completely different. Full grip, I mean, it feels good. It makes this a really shootable gun. I know that a lot of guys go with the Terran Tactical, and I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with the Terran Tactical. I went with a Hive. I just think that I don't know if it just matches a little bit better than the Terran Tactical +2. I will say that I like the +1 Terran Tactical. It seems like it's a little bit shorter than even the Pierce grip. That you might be able to, it might be a little bit closer to even the flush plate, base plate, just a little bit thicker, and you get that extra round. So I will say that for the Terran Tactical, but I went with the Hive. Definitely like it quite a bit. But again, I carry with the Pierce +1 on a regular basis. But this is super easy to conceal. I carry this and practically, you know, forget that I have it on. It's light, it's thin, it's definitely a shootable gun. It's easy to shoot. The first time I shot it did have a little bit of a snappiness to it. After I shot it a few more times, it's definitely, I mean, I guess I just didn't know what to anticipate with it when I first shot it, being a single stack and as light as it was. But I mean, it's a nice shooter for sure. I mean, it feels like a larger handgun, and it reminds me of a small 19 just by, I mean, it doesn't have the beveled edges. I don't know if they are wanting to keep the mass up for the recoil or what the case was there, that Glock didn't bevel the edges like they do on the 26, but you know, they did not in this case, and I don't think that they should have on this one. I wish that my 19 had bevel edges, but I don't miss it as much on the 43. I mean, you know, I guess for reholstering it would be nice to have it there, but I think it looks nice without it. Whereas on the 19, I could really see it being a nice addition. Here for my carry holster, this is the Weber Tactical holster. Adam Weber is the owner and manufacturer of Weber Tactical. He is out of St. Louis, Missouri. So if you need a good quality carry holster or competition holster, I would definitely check out Weber Tactical and reach out to him. He'll hook you up with whatever you need, I'm sure. So it's a good quality holster. I have not had a single problem with it. It looks nice. I mean, it's high quality. It's got a fat clip. That's one of my favorite things that I like about it. It could be extended a little bit higher up here, but I'm not complaining at all. Just, you know, I've had it since day one, basically, since I've had this 43 in August of 2015 is when I got it. So anyway, let me see what else we got here. We're gonna get out in the range here coming this summer some. Hopefully we'll get out on the Cops USPSA matches in Rolla, Missouri. Hoping to hook up with my buddy Keith Russell. We've been talking here. Hopefully we'll get out and be able to go some of these matches together. But Anyway, thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I definitely appreciate you for tuning in. Stick with us here for the 2018 bow season coming up in September. Working hard to make that an epic season. But thank you again so much. Have a great day.